welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for joining me here today for a new pick a card reading. For those of you that might be new to my channel, welcome in. My name is Melissa, and today's topic is going to be your career forecast for the next 3 months. So what I'm going to be doing in this reading is channeling kind of the overall energy influencing your career over the course of the next 3 months. We'll also get some specific details as to what is happening in career, any major themes you guys are moving through, any significant people that you need to know about, just any details that want to be shown, we're going to get today in the category of career. So, quick disclaimer, you guys, this is a general reading, so some messages may resonate with you very specifically while others may not. Just use your intuition to discern what's for you and what isn't. And if you guys want to book a personal reading, I do offer that. You can check the description box down below if you want to book a personal. That's always going to give you a more in-depth read on your own personal energy. This video is also timeless, you guys, so messages can resonate regardless of the timing in which you're viewing the video. So whether you're viewing the reading the day that I post it or you're viewing it 6 months from now, if you see it come across your feed and you feel drawn to it, there's likely a message here for you. Also, keep in mind with these predictive style readings that energy is always moving and changing. So what we're getting today is sort of a snapshot of where you're currently at in career, what's currently headed your way over the next few months based off your current vibration, right? Based off of your current energy and your current situation. So if you do see something that's predicted out for you in this reading that you don't feel super excited about, just know that you have free will to make your own choices and decisions and totally reroute the outcome, okay? So never feel bound or tied to a reading. You guys always have the free will to make your own choices and decisions. All right, so let's go ahead and get into our card selection. We're going to be working with 3 piles today. So starting here on the left, we have pile 1 with some smoky quartz. We have pile 2 with some blue apatite. And we have pile 3 with some green prehnite. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Think about your career. Think about what's headed your way over the course of the next 3 months. Go ahead and select the crystal or the card that you're feeling the most intuitively connected to, really choosing with your gut instincts versus your eyesight. And once you've made your selection, you can scroll down to the description box down below to find the timestamp that will take you to your chosen reading. I'll see you there. Hey there, pile 1. If you guys selected this beautiful smoky quartz, then this will be your career outlook for the next 3 months. So starting off, we're going to look at your overall energy and get some tarot cards, and then we will move through this full stack as we go through the reading. So let's go ahead and see. So your overall energy for career the next 3 months is the full moon in Aries. Okay, a fiery climax approaches. Very interesting. From the tarot, we do have the Sun card in reverse. We have the High Priestess in reverse. We have the Four of Pentacles, the Star, and the Three of Swords. Okay. Wow, you guys. Looks like you have a pretty intense month. Not month, but 3 months ahead. Lots of ups and downs and interesting energy that I'm seeing here. So just right off the bat, you guys, I want to start with the full moon in Aries. So full moons are usually an indication of a cycle that's closing out, okay? And specifically in the sign of Aries, Aries is a fire sign. It is a sign that is all about being confident. It's a sign that's all about being ambitious. It's a sign that can sometimes come across a little bit forceful at times, especially with the card saying that a fiery climax approaches. This is telling me that over the course of the next 3 months, something is going to really come to a boiling point as it pertains to your career, okay? So take that how it resonates with you. It doesn't necessarily mean like anyone's losing a job. I'm not necessarily seeing that really. But there's just some sort of cycle that you guys are closing out around your career. And I think for a lot of you, this may have to do with potentially something unpleasant ending for you. You know, the full moon in Aries card talks a lot about like having a lot of forceful energy towards something. So maybe some of you guys have been like really overworking yourselves leading up to this reading. Maybe you feel like you've been putting a lot of effort and energy and pouring yourself into something and you're frustrated, right? Like maybe you're not quite seeing the return on investment that you're hoping for. And so this is talking about this cycle of whatever that means for you totally coming to a conclusion. But with the full moons, you know, they are an emotional time, right? The moon is at its height. Emotions are usually at their peak point too. So this could definitely bring a little bit of like a rocky feeling, a lot of like ups and downs in career over the next few months. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here with your cards. So starting off over here, we have the Sun card with the High Priestess, both reversed. So the Sun reverse is interesting because it's talking about having a bit of a pessimistic outlook on something in career. So either something's feeling really pessimistic or something is just feeling not as happy as it could. So maybe you guys are already coming to this reading like, I know I'm already not that happy in my career. Like maybe some of you guys are wanting a change and kind of going into the next couple months, maybe things are feeling a little bit unclear for you with the Sun reversed, because this card also talks about clarity. Some of you guys, this could have to do with people as well, because you know, this Sun card is showing me a group of people here that are dancing under the sun in harmony with one another. And I'm wondering, with it being reversed, if this could be talking about like the dissolution of some sort of partnership for some of you, or not getting along with colleagues or coworkers, something along those lines toward the beginning of these 3 months. High Priestess card being reversed is making me feel like maybe something is being revealed to you that was hidden. You know, the High Priestess card kind of talks about like things being hidden, things being more secretive, using your intuition to navigate out of circumstances or through circumstances. And with it being reversed, maybe this pessimistic attitude or this feeling of unhappiness is caused by like learning something or realizing something about your situation that feels unpleasant, okay? But it's like, even though there's something that feels unpleasant with the Four of Pentacles here, there's this feeling of wanting to hold on to it, okay? The Four of Pentacles really talks about us like holding on to something with a tight grip because we're afraid of losing it. So it's like, even though something may very well be falling apart in your career, or there may be something that needs to be released in career, I kind of see you guys still wanting to hold on to it. You're trying to save it. This could also be a nod to finances for some of you as well. Like maybe this is you guys anticipating some change coming up, or feeling like whatever you're learning about is pushing you to maybe save money, save resources, or something like that. But the Four of Pentacles card can also sort of talk about like being sequestered away in a sense. Like if we look at this card, this figure is kind of here off on his own, just like sitting in this room on top of his chest and kind of fearful of engaging with people. So maybe you guys are coming to a climax around something with your coworkers or people or a network of some sort, and you're maybe feeling a little bit closed off toward the middle of the 3 months. But the cool thing is like with you guys taking this space, we do have the energy of the Star coming in, which talks a lot about healing. So it's like, the cool thing is like this Major Arcana card being upright is telling me that there's still a lot of hope. There's still a lot of inspiration that you all are gaining. And like, maybe this time that you guys are taking to yourselves to kind of shut out from other things is helping you to regain your sense of optimism, because the Star can also, because it talks about hope, it can also talk about having a more optimistic approach about the future, right? So there's again, it's like a lot of ups and downs that I'm seeing. And then kind of wrapping up by the end of the 3 months, we have a Three of Swords here. So the Three of Swords also can talk about something coming to an end. And maybe you guys are coming into this reading knowing that something is coming to an end. And this is why we have this fiery climax is approaching. And so like maybe all this energy is like the buildup to what you already know is the end of something with regard to your career. Again, it doesn't necessarily have to mean you're losing a job. We'll get more information here in a minute, but it's just the end of some sort of a cycle. And it's interesting because the Sun card has 3 people here and we have the Three of Swords. So it could be just around people or relationships at work. We notice like the bed is empty here. So it's like somebody was laying here and they've gotten up and left. So this is interesting. Let's keep going. I want to get more context here. We have the Maiden, a new relationship blossoms. Yes, this definitely has to do with something with connections or relationships at work for a lot of you. Maybe you guys are also like, while all this is going on, you may be working on networking or building relationships in general. But for a lot of you guys, I see this new relationship as being something to do with this energy here. We also have the Dragon, strength and wisdom. So it's kind of like what you guys are going through in the next few months in career is actually helping to build you up. It's helping to kind of like enhance your skills and abilities to be able to deal with similar situations like this going forward in the future. Especially if this is sort of like an interpersonal conflict type of situation you all might be dealing with. Those can be really taxing and really trying and definitely leave us feeling exhausted at the end of them. But the cool thing about it is that like once you've gone through it you learn so many new skills and abilities on how you can better handle a similar situation if it happened again in the future, which is all good. We also have the Divine Feminine. That's interesting. Hold on. So maybe you guys are learning the next few months how to take a bit of a softer approach, right? That fiery energy of Aries is incredibly masculine. You know, it's very masculine. It's very forceful. It's got to be like, it's my way or the highway. We have to do it this way. It's not very compassionate or caring about others' feelings, right? And so I feel like you guys over the course of the next couple months in career are really being guided to channel this divine feminine energy. This is about taking a softer approach towards something. So for example, if you guys are like trying to work together with other people, build relationships, a really forceful energy may not always work with everybody. Sometimes it works with certain people, but I feel like more people respond to honey than they do with vinegar in a sense. So this is still, the divine feminine is still leadership, right? It's still a type of leadership, but it's just a little bit more laid back. It still has standards, it still has expectations, but it's a little bit more nurturing. Does that make sense? Some of you guys may also be working on a project or something creative because I see the rabbit here. Whenever I think of rabbits, I think of like fertility, which is making me think of maybe you guys have some sort of other project that you guys are cultivating during this time as well. Maybe that's what this is talking about. We have maturity. It's not about winning or losing. Go after what makes you the bigger person in the situation. Yes, it's definitely some sort of interpersonal conflict at work you guys are dealing with. And the Aries energy is a very competitive energy, you guys. So that's exactly what this card with the Divine Feminine are talking about. It's like, this isn't a competition. We need to walk away being the bigger person and not really succumb to any of those petty energies that can present to us. Yeah, and also, you guys, if this is about your career, you have to remember that like petty fighting and BS like that, at the end of the day, it's only going to come back to bite you. So like if you're coming into a situation and you're in a conflict with someone, it may not even be your fault, right? But you want to be thinking about your image as well. Like especially if y'all are working in the corporate world, like you want to be thinking about, you know, what's the perception of me in this situation if I behave this way? Does that make sense? You want to come across as being the bigger person and being the professional here. We have shock. Unexpected news or events. This can be an epiphany depending on surrounding cards. That makes a lot of sense with that Three of Swords. But again, I feel like some of you all may already know what the shock is leading up to this reading with this energy of conclusion here in the full moon. For others of you, this could be some sort of shocking epiphany like the card says. I've also had Three of Swords be that for me too. In certain instances, this can really be when we come to sort of like a harsh truth or a harsh reality about something. And it could be a harsh reality about maybe your own behavior or maybe a part that you were playing in a situation without really realizing it, right? Really can be about anything, but let's see. Let's continue here. We have virtual world. So some of you guys the next 3 months might be doing like virtual, I almost said virtual training, but you guys might be doing like virtual work a lot. Maybe some of the conflict is around something to do with virtual. We have new place, new environment. So some of you guys I think are also manifesting like something new for yourselves as well. And perhaps this is what the ending is. Like maybe you guys know the ending is coming, but maybe it comes quicker than you might think it is, in a sense. And you're manifesting something new. Again, like with this bunny rabbit here, this to me is like about a new venture of some sort. So there is potential here for like a new beginning as well after this cycle closes out. Maybe for some of you guys, this conflict is coming because you're new to a certain organization, right? Maybe you're just like getting your footing. Maybe you're just starting out and people are being like weird with you, like you're getting to know the energy, the culture, whatever. That could be what this is talking about as well. Maybe that's where all of this energy is coming from, is you trying to acclimate to a new place or a new environment. So we have meditation brings answers. Yeah. So again, kind of going back to that divine feminine, it's like going within is going to be really important in this situation so that you all are able to manage it with maturity. I think of that with the high priestess too, right? Like the high priestess in reverse is not honoring her intuition. And so if you guys are able to sort of like go within, do meditation, kind of retract your energy from anything negative or petty going on around you, quiet the mind, it's going to help you get those divine answers from spirit. And I feel like if you're getting too caught up in drama, you're going to be closed off to getting those messages from a higher source. We also have abundance. So even though we have a shocking ending here with the Star card and Three of Swords, like it feels like you guys have a lot of new, exciting things coming in for your career the next few months as well. Once this cycle closes out, you've got new place, new environment, you have abundance. I feel like you guys are going to be making more money at the end of the 3 months potentially, or abundance is flowing to you. It just kind of feels like you're being guided overwhelmingly to deal with whatever the conflict is here with a much softer hand than you may initially feel guided to. So don't force anything, just kind of flow with things, if that makes sense. So pile 3, I am going to go ahead and close it out there, but thank you all so much for taking the time to view this reading today. If you did enjoy, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in a new reading very soon. Bye. Hey there, group 2. If you guys selected this beautiful blue apatite crystal, this is going to be your reading, your career forecast for the next 3 months. Let's get right into it. I'm going to start off with the overall energies and some tarot cards, and then we will get into the rest of your stack as we go. So overall energy for you, group 2, is the full moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Okay. From the tarot, we have a King of Wands. We have a Seven of Swords. We have a King of Pentacles, one of my favorite kings, Temperance, and the Page of Wands. Okay, I'm already feeling like really happy for you guys. Like the feeling I'm feeling right now is a feeling of zen and peace, especially when I flipped over that Temperance card and saw the Page of Wands. I think that you guys have some really exciting things happening for you as these months unfold. So first and foremost, with the full moon in Capricorn energy here, full moons talk about the closing out of a cycle. So there is an ending coming in with regard to your career. It doesn't mean like a traumatic ending or anything like that. It's more about like, it feels like you guys have been really working very hard on something. Capricorn is the sign of hard work and structure and diligence. And it's like, it's associated with the Devil card in tarot. So it's like sometimes it can feel like you're overworking yourself. It's like that energy of the hustle, the energy of the grind, if you will. And so I feel like you guys are coming to this reading like having either knowing that you're about to embark on a really tough cycle of work, or having been putting a lot of effort or energy into something with regard to your career, something that feels really important to you. Okay. So with the full moon, this is ending. This is the ending that's coming through. It's the ending of the tough cycle of hard work that you guys have been doing. And I'm seeing a lot of really peaceful energy coming in for you as we kind of round out the ending of the 3 months. So starting off, we have a King of Wands reversed with a Seven of Swords. So I feel like with the King of Wands reversed, you guys may be feeling maybe a little burnt out or exhausted from work, or not feeling like super in your power going into the next 3 months. You know, like a King of Wands is a very confident masculine energy. This is someone that is a leader. They take charge. They are confident. They know what they're doing. They know where they're going. And they have a lot of charisma. And with this being reversed, it's sort of, I think of it as like the less empowered version of this king. Like maybe you guys have, it's like this energy of going into a situation just feeling like you've been knocked off your throne a little bit, or maybe not wanting to put as much effort and energy into something as you once did. And the reason is I see with the Seven of Swords, like I think that you guys are being strategic here at the beginning of these 3 months, kind of wanting to lessen our efforts around something that we once loved doing so that we can strategize and really plan our next move in career. You know, a lot of people don't like this card. They feel like it's shady. And it is kind of shady, but I always say, like, in a career sense, like, you have to do what's right for you, right? Sometimes it's best to move in silence in certain aspects of your career. You know, like, for example, if some of you are looking for a new job or something like that, you don't necessarily have to tell your current employer everything you're doing. You just do what is right for you until you find the role or whatever it is that you're looking for. So there's definitely this element of strategy that's coming in around something in your career, because I feel like you guys are wanting to manifest in something different for yourselves, okay? Strategic planning behind the scenes here is what I see. But it's like kind of midway through these 3 months with the King of Pentacles, I'm seeing a lot of really abundant energy for you. So I feel like this is the energy of like the hard work has paid off. Like we've done the hard work, we've strategized, we've planned, we've set some intentions, and now we finally get to enjoy the fruits of our labor here with the King of Pentacles. So I see you guys being in a position of feeling like really abundant, feeling really financially sound and stable here, and really maybe taking some time to like just enjoy some, you know, worldly pleasures, if you will. Like this guy has some wine in his hand. He has like this chocolate cake, one of my faves, right? So maybe you guys are taking a vacation or taking a break here coming up over the course of the next few months so that you can just be able to like rest and relax. This can also be a success in career as well, because the King of Pentacles is sort of when we've climbed the ladder, if you will. So some of you guys are working in like corporate, I almost said corporate America, but I know not everybody here watching is American, but you guys get what I'm saying. Like if you're working in a corporate setting and you're trying to climb the ladder, I definitely see this King of Pentacles as being a success for you. Maybe we're escaping something else that no longer served us, something we're not passionate about anymore, and now we're landing into something that feels a lot more grounded and stable for us. The King of Pentacles is also talking about responsibilities too, you guys. So just know that this is the king of hard work. Like this is someone that's responsible. Like they're on top of their stuff. They're on top of their game. They're definitely going to be someone that is not afraid to work hard, but they also have worked hard and earned a certain level of status, if that makes sense. So then as we kind of round out the ending of your reading here, the ending of these 3 months with the Temperance card and the Page of Wands, this is really beautiful energy because I'm feeling like this sense of peace coming over me. Like things are sort of coming back into balance for you in your career. It's like the beginning of this reading felt very like stressful in a sense to me, like when I was channeling this energy with this card here. And so this is feeling a lot more zen, if you will. Things are coming back into balance. Things are falling into place in divine timing, just as they're supposed to. And there's a lot of excitement here. I feel like some of you guys might actually be embarking on a new path in some way. Like maybe you guys are starting off on a new job or starting off on a new creative venture or exploring something new, like reigniting your passion around work again. Because it's like interesting, the King of Wands, even though he's a higher status than the Page, he's reversed. So it's like we have this lack of excitement. And then at the ending of the reading, we have the Page, which is the more youthful kind of novice energy, but it's like we have that excitement back again towards something new. So looks interesting. Let's continue with the rest of your cards. We have the Shield. You are safe from harm. Yeah, I feel like you guys are kind of maybe trying to get out of something here. And that's kind of where this strategy energy is coming from. And look, we have a shield here too, which is kind of cool. We also have the Caduceus. You will receive news from afar. Okay, that's what's up. So the Page can also be talking about news, good news coming in that's going to lead you on a new and exciting path in your career, you guys. So if you're wanting to receive news about something and you pick this pile, I would say you're going to get the news. All right, we have fertility. Yes, there's something new that you guys are manifesting in for work. You're creating something. You're moving toward a new beginning, something that's going to be very fruitful and very abundant for you. You guys may also be nurturing some side projects or things like that during this time as well. We have the number 9, which talks about 9, Mars, embodies lessons learned through other numbers and wisdom. So, you know, 9s are definitely about like coming to the end of a cycle, right? And Mars, this could feel like a tough cycle. It's fire energy. It's like, it's an energy that can be a little bit, like it just requires us to really push, if that makes sense. So I definitely feel like the beginning of this reading, the beginning of these 3 months that you guys are moving into, it's going to require you to really push and use your stamina to push through till the end to get out of whatever you're in. And then we have the 9th house. That's so funny. You guys have 2 number 9s. There's definitely, with the full moon, the 2 number 9s, there's definitely a closing out of some major cycle here with your career. This talks about Sagittarius and Jupiter, your views of the bigger picture and expansive knowledge. So you guys are definitely exploring and expanding on something in your career. Sagittarius is a very like expansive sign. It's a sign that's all about travel. It's about broadening your prospects, broadening your horizons. Also, like it says, seeing the bigger picture. And Jupiter is very abundant. So I feel like you guys are attracting in some really abundant energies around career. We have high importance coming in. So it seems like, again, like there's something that's really requiring your attention and your focus in the earlier part of the 3 months. And then we have divine timing. So it's like, yes, that was kind of coming through with Temperance as well. So everything is sort of like falling into place for you all in divine timing. Like things are happening in divine timing for you. Like everything is as it's supposed to be in your career. So if you're stressing coming to this reading, I would try to relax because it seems like you're on the right track, even if it feels a little tough right now. So we have a year from now coming in. So we have a time frame that's coming through. So for some of you, this might be a specific time frame of significance. I don't know like what it could be specifically pertaining to. Maybe if there's something you're getting out of, maybe like this is sort of like the planning phase, and a year from now things may fall into place. Maybe something new is coming in for you a year from now. Like you guys will have to use your intuition to sort of determine what this could mean for your specific situation. We also have don't stop. Yeah. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's interesting we had divine timing and then they gave you a time frame. But the thing about divine timing is like, the way I feel about divine timing is like things happen for us when we're in alignment to receive them. You know what I mean? So it's like divine timing can be sped up if you get yourself in alignment for the things that you want and put forth the effort and energy toward the things that you want. So that's kind of how I see the don't stop here. It's like, you guys are definitely closing out a tough cycle. You had the number 9, so you're at the end of something. So it's like, this is Spirit just saying, continue to push forward. And the more that you can align yourself with the values and the things that you want, the faster the change will come that you're wanting. Does that make sense? So this is definitely a really exciting energy for you guys, pile number 2. I would love to hear how this message resonated with your situation in your career. Definitely drop me a comment and let me know. And if you enjoyed the reading, please do subscribe. It really means a lot to me to have all of you joining in on my channel. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in a new reading very soon. Bye. Hey there, pile 3. If you guys selected this Prehnite crystal, which is so beautiful, one of my favorites, this will be your career outlook for the next 3 months. So I'm going to start off with an oracle card to get your overall energy and your tarot cards, and then we will get into the rest of these cards as we move along. All right, so overall energy for you, pile 3, we have the waxing crescent moon. Have faith in your dreams. Love that energy. That's beautiful. From the tarot, we have a Knight of Swords. We have an Ace of Wands. We have the Fool. The Death card. Wow, major energies coming in. And we have the Empress card reversed. Wow, you guys, like you have some really major energies coming in for a career. And this feels like my creative pile in a sense, like because I feel like there's something that's kind of outside of just like the regular corporate box that's coming through here. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but let's just dive right into it. Okay, so the waxing crescent moon is talking about something new, having faith in your dreams. So I feel like maybe you guys have come into this reading. Maybe you've recently embarked on a new path in your career, or you've been putting effort and energy into a career path that feels like it could be your ultimate goal, your ultimate achievement. Could be something creative for some of you because we do have an Ace of Wands here, but it doesn't necessarily have to be like a creative side hustle-y type of thing. It could just be anything that you've been dreaming of that you've wanted to do in your career, any like major change that you've been wanting to make in your career with this little butterfly here. This is what this waxing crescent moon is talking about. And what's important about this energy to remember is you guys need to have patience with yourselves, because like this is basically saying that the next 3 months are going to just be you laying down the groundwork for this new beginning for yourself, okay? So things aren't going to necessarily happen overnight. You have to give yourself time and really nurture this in order for it to grow into what you want. And you may also be guided to sever ties with certain things that are no longer serving you, or things that are kind of getting in the way of your manifestations here. So let's kind of start off, because you guys are starting off really strong over the course of the next few months. So we have a Knight of Swords, Ace of Wands. So the Knight of Swords is telling me you guys are really going after something. The Knight of Swords goes in and they attack something head on. They go after it, they rush in. It's definitely a little bit of like, honestly, all of these cards here, Knight of Swords, Ace of Wands, the Fool, these are all talking about like new beginnings and going into something like just kind of without really thinking too much about it. You know what I mean? The Knight of Swords can definitely be a little bit of that impulsive energy, like that reactive energy of saying like, this is what I want, I'm going to go. They're air sign energy. So some of you guys might be air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, don't necessarily have to be, but the energy of air signs is to move quickly, and it's to communicate and connect with the right people that you need to connect to get to what you need, okay? Ace of Wands is making me feel like you guys are going after something that could be creative, or something that's very creatively inspiring to you. Let's take a look at this card. So you see that she's got like a book, she's got like a magic wand, a paintbrush, a map, music is here, like there's a feather here. So this definitely feels like you guys are going after something that can potentially bring you a lot of creative inspiration, or a lot of creative joy, or creative freedoms. And with the Fool, it's like we're literally diving in to a new journey, to a new path. So it's almost like I'm feeling the first part of the 3 months, you guys are more so like going after this potential, or having this like aha moment or realization about something you're wanting to do. And then like midway through the 3 months, you guys are finally taking the leap. You're finally taking the plunge, and you're saying, I'm going for it, I'm doing it. And you're going into it just like feeling so high vibe and so excited, and really going into it like head first with this like beginner's mindset, and this thing of like just being able to feel like you're being your authentic self. Like it's a very free feeling. So yeah, it's like definitely we're starting off on like a brand new journey of some sort, a brand new beginning with your career. Now, what's interesting is like kind of as we move through the energies here, it starts to feel a little heavier toward the ending of your reading. And that's okay. Like there's always ups and downs with new projects and new things we do. But the Death card is telling me that there's something you guys are needing to cut the cord on with regard to your life and career. So this Death card is really interesting, because a lot of times I see death as being more of like a transition, like a slow transition. We know the ending is coming. We just have to accept it and move forward into a new day. But this particular Death card, it's like there's something in your life around career that has really lingered on past its expiration date. And I think that you guys are really going to be guided to finally cut the cord. You can see it's hanging on by a thread here, right? So once you kind of take the plunge into whatever this new manifestation or new beginning is around your career, you're going to feel like guided to really deal with something that needs to go, something that's standing in your way, something that's blocking your path or progress forward. And with the Empress card being reversed, it may not necessarily feel that good, right? The Empress really talks about like the divine feminine energy. It talks about like caring and nurturing for something. But I'm feeling like maybe something about what you guys are needing to cut out is going to make you, maybe leave you feeling like, oh, if I cut this out, I'm not going to be like taken care of, or if it doesn't feel good to cut this out of my life, like that type of vibe. But it seems like it could be something in your highest good to do, okay? Let's continue. Let's get some more context for you here, pile 3. So we have the Wizard. Use your skills to aid others. So it's like, yes, you guys are, I love this pile. You guys are doing something that can help others. You guys are using a skill, a creative skill that you have that's going to help you make money, and it's going to help you feel really good about your career. That's awesome. Some of you guys too with the Knight of Swords, this could be something really active type of work that you're doing. That's coming through for me just seeing this. And then we also have the Chimera. Imagination clouds your judgment. Yeah. Okay, so this is the thing. This is kind of the vibe that I was getting, you guys. It's like, I think that the first part of this reading feels very like excited. It feels very dreamy. It feels very carefree. And then I think that like as we move forward here, you're going to have a little bit of a reality check around like, okay, I got to get real. I have to reckon with something with regard to this thing that I'm manifesting or this thing that I'm going after here. So I feel like that's where this death card is going to come into play, where it's like you're going to be faced with like maybe a harsh reality around something, maybe a roadblock or just something that you're going to have to deal with. And it's going to require you to really examine the situation and look at it from a very mature and realistic standpoint versus this really carefree, fun kind of energy that you're in. And we also have gratitude. Look at all the butterflies around her. This is definitely bringing in a beautiful change for you. And, you know, with all of this orange and beautiful red that she's wearing, this is definitely like making me think of the lower chakras, the root chakra, the sacral chakra, which have to do with your foundation and they have to do with your creativity and your emotional expression as well. But gratitude is a beautiful message because it's kind of like, I feel like whatever you guys are embarking on is going to help you really raise your vibration and feel so just like filled with love and happiness around what you're doing. Like this is a change that's going to make you feel so grateful. And I also think that this is a message for you to practice more gratitude in your life in general, because as cliche as it sounds, like the more that we can intentionally practice gratitude, the better we feel about the things we have currently. And it makes it a lot easier for new blessings and abundance to flow to us because we're open to receiving them. Our vibration is higher. Okay, then we have moral compass. Does the situation align with your morals? This is a time to reflect and trust your best judgment. You know better. Okay, so here's some of this like realistic energy coming in for you guys, kind of like with the Chimera. So as excited as you might be feeling about whatever this is, Spirit is definitely clearly sending a message that it's going to be important for you to be very realistic about it, right? A lot of these energies, like I said, are very like excited, impulsive, not really thinking it through all the way. So there definitely needs to be a moment of pause where it's like, we know you're excited about whatever this is that you're doing, but you need to make sure that you are in alignment with your morals, your values, and maybe that you have like a practical plan before just diving in, because this card also talks about judgment. So you want to make sure that you're being realistic about your circumstances before you just plunge into it. We also have the throat chakra. This talks about self-expression and inner truth, which is interesting with that Knight of Swords here. I almost feel like these need to be reversed, actually, because I feel like the moral compass card, that's where this death energy is coming in. Like, I think there's something you guys have to eliminate because it may not be in alignment with your values here. There could also, for some of you, be like a feminine energy around you that's like not supporting you. And maybe that's what needs to get cut. I don't know. But yeah, this is like the throat chakra being activated here through this career change is like, you know, when the throat chakra is in alignment, this really talks about being able to feel and live and be and speak our most authentic truth and be our most authentic version of ourselves. And that's kind of what the Fool talks about too. Because the Fool doesn't really care what anyone thinks. They're just like diving into whatever they're doing, just carefree and happy, and just like, they don't know anything yet because they're new at it. So they don't know that like people might judge them, or they don't know the right way to act, quote unquote, in a situation because they haven't been there yet, right? So they're just diving into it totally like just being themselves, not really caring what anyone thinks. Yeah. This also could be something you guys are doing that's going to require you to be able to be a good communicator as well, with the throat chakra being highlighted here. Like, you may need to like work on the way you communicate and express yourself, and work on the way that you're able to listen to others too. We have spiritual awakening. It definitely feels like that in a sense. Like you guys are coming to this aha moment here with the Ace of Wands around like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. We have a rounder in spring. That's awesome. So you guys got a time frame here. So it's like maybe this is talking about like when this energy is going to really be hitting you is around springtime. Or maybe there's some sort of result you guys may see around or in the springtime, which depending on when you guys are watching this, I'm trying to think. So I'm probably uploading this in January. So March to April timeframe would be sort of like when this energy would be ending. Of course, the reading is timeless, right? So like even if you guys are watching this in like, I don't know, December, take the season for what it is, right? Like springtime is of significance here for you. We have big happy changes. So yeah, whatever this is like, it's bringing you some really happy changes. I definitely feel this is a very light and just really happy energy that I'm getting from like the majority of these cards here. So this is definitely the green light that you're on the right path if you want to be happy. And then we also have within the next few months. So that kind of aligns with the time frame of spring. But yeah, it's like within the next few months, something is going to become more clear about what you're doing here with this job or with this career energy. This is awesome, pile 3. So I think those are all the messages I'm getting for you. So drop me a comment. Let me know how this resonates. I would really love to hear what you guys are doing and what you're working on. And if you do have like a new business venture you're going after or something like exciting you want to share with us in the comments, drop it down below because we would love to support. I know I would love to support and see what it is. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you're not already, please be sure to subscribe. It means a lot to me to have, you guys join my little channel, my little community here. And I will see you all in a new reading very soon. Bye.